Hello gamers and welcome back to some preview gameplay footage of Europa Universalis 4 with the new Emperor DLC. Playing as Bohemia. I'm kind of still wondering when I can attack them. These are my estates, rebel factions in Shep. 43 years. It's quite some time. Till then they probably are converted. Still building the spy network. So what I actually find is interesting is I don't get like a mission to conquer. Erzgebirge area are not owned by me. Or at least they are not Hussite. Global strongest trade power in Saxony. And they need to be the highest valued trade node in the world. Well, it's quite tough to achieve. Government and reforms. I think this is like this is ticking up here. You have 68.2 of reform progress. You need 100. You gain 0.83 per month. Because of an average local autonomy. Let's take a look at this. Declare war. I have no diplomats to send, obviously not. Okay, they don't want military access any longer. Has the war ended? No. Occupied by Burgundy, which I think is good. Let's speed things up a little bit, go to like normal speed. Holland is coming here. Austria only has 24k left. Financially I've got 1.87. Could I raise army maintenance? Well, I don't think I could. Let's definitely not auto-activate the forts. Holland is actually doing something. Are they still at war? Yes. Where are they going? No. Let's recall one of the diplomats. And let's see what would happen if we were to declare war on them. Hungary, diplomacy. Hungary views us with distrust. We could manage our attitude actually. What happens if we declared war? Let's check. Take capital, humiliate rival. Enemy allies. They would join and Saxony would not. Obviously we would need a claim. Let's fabricate a claim on Pozonici because there's no castle. It'll last for 25 years, that should be good enough. And we can't fabricate another claim just yet. Let's go back to improve relations. Yeah, actually we might integrate them before we declare. That might sort out my financial problems as well. Question is, would I get more than 0.98 from them? Possibly. They're still waging war. 25 back to 25k troops. Luca wants military access. We decline. And we decline, because they are like on the Austrian side. Liège, we decline as well. Intrigues in Prague. An Austrian official, Barbara of Silis, rise to high office has not been easy and has angered many of those closest to Giergy. Boleslav Velen, a member of one of the oldest Czech families in our country, has approached our monarch demanding that we relieve Barbara of Sili of her position. We must listen to the nobles. Then she leaves. And we gain a naval reformer. Well, great. Preposterous. Let's actually just lose some legitimacy for now. Because she's good and cheap. We finally managed to convert the heretics of Cheb. That's good. Military access from Brabant. They are at war with Hungary. Let's go. Question is, do I want to risk converting more? I think I do, but I'll go for something more cheaply, like this one. Obviously there's now going to be some provincial unrest. It's going to take 36 years, till then they are converted. Countries wish to hire condottieri. Opole. Okay, we've reached a maximum relation with Opole. And they are at war with Poland, Moldavia. I'm definitely not going to send them condottieri. Now I think I do have enough spy network to make another claim, do I? No, almost. Need 25. There we go. We can only fabricate it on neighboring territories. Here we go. Now if I was to I didn't actually need a diplomat for that. I think that has changed at some point. Austria is still likely enemy allies. Well, I definitely will be considered a co-belligerent. Then they can call other allies. Let's not consider them co-belligerents. But they are likely to accept. They will most likely accept. We need at least one more positive than negative reasons for an acceptance. Defensive war, 26. Let's wait if they get some more war exhaustion actually. Okay, we can recall them as well. Let's push our relations with Saxony. And who could be an ally? I mean, Brandenburg would be great. They've conquered land from the Teutonic Order. But I think they'd be an ideal ally. But I don't think it'll be possible. They really hate us. And Saxony is their rival. Now with whom I'll unpause for a bit. It's on slow speed. Saxony is rivaled or allied with whom? With Bohemia, Brunswick and Goslar. Now Brunswick might be a decent choice. They can also, there's like a connection. I think I still have some diplomatic relations left. I do. So let's offer them an alliance. Nice. And then we could even go for a royal marriage. Let's speed things up. I want to send the diplomat as soon as possible. 3rd of February. I'll just have him sit at home. Until then. Now let's see. February, there we go. Let's marry them. It's good for our legitimacy, for sure. Nice, and for the relations, obviously, as well. Let's unpause. Okay, the diplomat is free again. They are still at war, which is good. It's going -1. But they'd still join the war. Okay, if they have 26. If they lose some more manpower, would be great. What about our allies? Would they join? No, not really. They don't own us at least 10 favors. So do you now need favors actually to call them into war? It seems like it. They have way more troops and manpower than we do. I think I'm going to send this guy to improve relations with Austria to keep them at bay. Let's speed things up, and I think the next call will be, let's double check, to get the tech up, maybe spend some monarch points on some regions. Let's see, annex Vassal, 1st of January. So I will need my diplomatic power. Let's take a look at the macro builder for the... Okay, I've actually built the marketplace. Is it finished? It is. And now it's 24.4. I think that helped. Now let's see if I should and could improve stuff here. Local text modifier. Here I would gain plus 0.1. Basically everywhere, but down here it would go up by 0.01. What about production efficiency? That costs diplomatic power. Manpower modifier, Let's go for the local text modifier, which is also a strong suit, the administrative power. I think potentially in Brno twice, and then we can also increase it to 10. And if I recall it correctly, it changes the number of building slots, possibly. Let's take a look at that. Now Brno has currently 3 building slots. Yeah, next building slot unlocked at 10 developments. What is their... Okay, here they would gain only 0.04 plus 0.5 for is the 12 trade value. Let's give them some increase tax income, push them to 10, and this will be very beneficial for when I need to pump up the army. 1.12, it should go up to like 1.3. Oh, it's 1.32 even, good. Oh, countries wish to hire condottieri. Nassau, the papal state, wants condottieri. In which war? Oh, that's against France, so no thank you. How are you doing, Austria? Oh, they went up to 0, from -1 to 0. We do have a decent spy network, and they are currently being besieged by Flanders. 24k soldiers. Is that Burgundy? Yeah, that's Burgundy. Occupied by Liège, that's not good. Great advisor has died. Okay, he was in the reserves basically. Okay, we are about to be able to annex our vassals, and I think I'm going to do it. It would also open the door to autocracy, because we won't need income from vassals any longer. Unjustified demands, -10%. How much would that be to change? I don't know. Expand administration. Spend 20 reform progress to gain the following effects. Governing capacity. So I think that's the new limiting factor for, well, I think it came with Dharma, possibly for World Conquest games. But where can I see a value about that? Now let's see if we can annex them actually. Okay, I need a diplomat to send. So the one from Brunswick will be recalled. And also the one that goes to Austria will be recalled. Let's unpause and start the annexation process. Opinion of other subjects changed by -30, which is obviously bad. We gain some prestige, which is good. The HRE members won't like us that much. But we're going to annex them all. Okay, they don't... The next tick... Okay, that's actually still okay. Okay, so one of our advisors has died apparently. That's bad. Yearly inflation reduction, national tax modifier, +1 administration point for a decent and cheap price. Let's take him. And we're at +3.72, which is good. And the annexation is in progress. How's the war going for Austria? It's still 0. I have no diplomats to send on this war. So actually, I think... Okay, we've done the conversion. Many of the faithful Hussite of Bohemia see our statesman, Barbara of Scilly, as a threat to the theological purity of the government. It is feared that through her influence, Gigi will be convinced to favor the Catholic in government, or indeed that she might turn the king-elector himself away from the true faith. Should we let her go? We would lose diplomatic power and the clergy gains power. I don't like that. Let's actually say preposterous and keep her a little bit longer. But it seems if you play Hungary, there are quite some disadvantages for taking her as an advisor. I mean, she's quite cheap. And you kind of need the Diplo power to do the annexation. Agricultural revolution. We have managed to increase our agricultural production in Ostrava by implementing new farming techniques for plantations, irrigation and land properties organizations, and thereby bring higher tax income to our state. That's good. Raise tax even higher. Or I can go for base production, or I can go for manpower. Let's take a look at Austria. Okay, they've kind of got nothing. This would give us 1.0, this would give us 0.04, and it's only grain or some manpower. Yeah, but there are no advantages for manpower. I think I'll go for the administrative power. Okay, so nothing in the next episode. Okay, what's that? The Emperor has enacted an imperial reform. King Elector, with the backing of the members of the Holy Roman Empire, the Emperor has decided to go through with the reform called for Reichsreform. Empire provinces get local construction cost reduced and local development cost reduced. That doesn't help us. I think that much. Empire provinces. Well, they are empire provinces, so we can actually... Is it going to be cheaper now to do something here? 49 instead of 50. It's not a major jump. 47. It's noticeable. Aspect of faith can be selected. And I think we're going to do that in the next episode. But I'm going to convert them. And also in the next episode, it's likely we see those two vassals annexed, and then maybe we can consider going on war. But they're actually at peace now and still have too much manpower, so we shall see how that goes. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.